All right, I want to go to this clip here from CBS News. This is dealing with the legacy of Medgar Evers.
Their great uncle
come together. I think he would say, "Job well done." Right.
More than 40 years ago, their great uncle Medgar Evers was denied admission to the University of Mississippi Law School, the same school the twins graduated from, simply because he was black.
He knew that there were things that needed to be done, and he was willing to do them no matter what.
Long before Barack Obama rallied a nation for change, Medgar Evers was willing to risk his life for it. In the segregated South during the 50s and 60s, his wife, Merle, knew her husband's dreams for equality were dangerous.
Medgar was unusual in the sense that he was so committed to justice and equality and was willing to pay the price, knowing full well that at that particular time, he was putting his life on the line. The fire hoses, the dogs biting us. When I look back, I see and I feel the pain and the suffering.
It was an ugly chapter in our nation's history. A time when African Americans were beaten, lynched, and killed because of the color of their skin.
I wish they'd kill them all.
Medgar Evers struggled to abolish laws that oppressed blacks. As a leader in the NAACP, he knew the real power was in the vote.
We're not just interested in voting so that the conditions will be improved for Negroes. We want conditions improved for everybody.
Getting people registered to vote was a big part of his life.
A major, major part of his effort. The power was in the vote. The power was elusive because of the fear that people had.
I've had a number of threatening calls, people calling me saying that they were going to kill me, saying that they were going to blow my home up, and saying that I only had a few hours to live.
It sounds like he almost knew.
He did.
On June 12, 1963, a young Merle Evers and her 3 children were inside the family home in Jackson, Mississippi.
I recall the kids saying, "Here comes Daddy, here comes Daddy."
The children knew the sound of Daddy's car.
They pulled in the driveway behind my car. Wham.
Medgar Evers was shot in cold blood by a white supremacist in the driveway of his home. He was just 37 years old. It would take another 30 years to bring his killer to justice. What do you remember about the day Medgar was assassinated?
How he kissed the children, how he kissed me, how he walked out of the door, got in the car, came back in, and embraced us all again.
At that moment, Merle went from wife to widow, and her life changed forever. She took up her husband's cause for change and became the first woman to lead the NAACP.
Hello!
Last year, Merle Evers joined another cause, Barack Obama's run for the White House. She was a powerful reminder to the candidate that he is standing on the shoulders of all those who fought and died for civil rights.
The next president of the United States of America!
But I said to him, among other things, I want you to know that I keep you and your family in my prayers on a daily basis, as I do with my own children. He looked me in the eye, not a smile, dead serious, and he said, "Please keep me in your prayers."
Oh, yeah, my favorite.
Evers' daughter, Rena.
Yeah. Oh, he gave great hugs, too.
Son, Van, and 3 grandchildren.
That look reminds me of who? Exactly. They do look very similar as far as how they carry themselves, even to the point of how they sit. and cross your legs.
I saw a photograph of Obama playing basketball. This man's feet were off of the floor. He was reaching for that ball, had it in the grasp of his hands. And I said, you know what? I see him as a leader. And that's the world that's in his hands. When the news commentators came on and said, it's over, he has won this race, I buried my head in my hands and tears began to fall. I couldn't stop them. And I said, Medgar, do you see what has happened?
Yesterday, Merle Evers went to Arlington National Cemetery to give her husband the news.
We made it. Obama made it.
My father would just be up there, just jumping for joy.
And today, in the nation's capital, the Evers family is witness to history.
All right, so that's actually from January 20th, 2009. That's Inauguration Day, but this is dealing with the legacy of Medgar Evers. This is from CBS News. Now, a lot of people don't know Medgar Evers also fought. He was a World War II veteran, and he was in Normandy. He was part of D-Day. Okay, we talked about that here before. History.com has 7 facts about Medgar Evers that you did not know. Blackpast.org has good information on Medgar Evers as well. Let me see, 7 things you should know about Medgar Evers. Okay, and that's at history.com. Okay, 7 things you should know about Medgar Evers. If we look quickly here at blackpast.org, Medgar Evers at the time of his assassination in 1963 was the field secretary for the Mississippi NAACP, and he was the first field secretary for the NAACP in the South. Okay, he was one of the leaders of the civil rights movement in the state of Mississippi. He was born July 2nd, 1925 in Decatur, Mississippi. Decatur, Mississippi. And let me pause this clip here from playing. He was inducted into the U.S. Army in 1943 and served in Normandy the following year. After his discharge from service, Medgar Evers enrolled in Alcorn College. All right. While at Alcorn, he met his future wife, Merle Beasley of Vicksburg, Mississippi. And the following year, they were married on December 24th, 1951. Now, Medgar Evers so he majored in business. Then he wanted to go to law school. He tried to desegregate University of Mississippi. He tried to apply to the law school. He was not able to desegregate University of Mississippi, but he helped James Meredith later desegregate University of Mississippi. Now, Medgar Evers worked full time for the NAACP and moved to Jackson, Mississippi to run the statewide office. Here as state field secretary for the Civil Rights Organization, he led a boycott of white Jackson merchants who discriminated against black customers and investigated racially motivated crimes against African Americans throughout the state. Okay. He also helped in the investigation with the killers of Emmett Till as well. Medgar Evers also supported James Meredith's successful effort to become the first African American to enter the University of Mississippi in 1962. Such high profile leadership of the NAACP angered white supremacists throughout the state. Medgar Evers was assassinated outside his home in Jackson, Mississippi on June 2nd, 1963. By Byron Della Beckwith, who was a member of the White Citizens Council. Okay. And we know it's going to be years later before Byron Della Beckwith was actually convicted, okay, because he was put on trial at first by a white, black and white leaders from around the nation gathered at Everett's funeral. Byron Della Beckwith was not finally convicted until 1994 and sentenced to life in prison. All right, check out 7 things you should know about Medgar Evers from history.com. 7 things you should know about Medgar Evers from history.com. Okay. They talk about his life. They talk about him in World War II as well. That's from history.com. All right. Information about Juneteenth. We'll have to get to that on Monday's show. We're out of time here. Remember, now be sure to register for the online course I teach on Saturdays, Ancient Kemet, the Moors, and the Ma'afa. Understand the transatlantic slave trade, what they didn't teach you in school. And our guest speaker on this past Saturday, our guest speaker was Dr. David Imhotep, author of the book, The First Americans Were Africans, Documented Evidence. Okay. The First Americans Were Africans, Documented Evidence. And we had a great class with him. He talked about the African presence in the Americas, actually going back at least 250,000 years now because of new evidence that has come out. And then he talked about his new book as well that'll be out in about 2 or 3 weeks. The First Americans Were Africans Revisited. Now, this is a 10-week online course that I teach. We deal with thousands of years of history and what led up to the transatlantic slave trade taking place. So as soon as you register, you can start watching the course content. Okay, and you can watch from around the world also. Let me pull this up here. So we just posted the link. And it takes you to, we also have this on the homepage of our website, but it takes you to our page here for the online course. And then click on enroll. Click on enroll, and you can start watching the content. The class is on sale $60, about 50% off. It's on sale $60. You can watch from around the world. We do the classes live Saturdays, 12 noon to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All the sessions are recorded. So if you miss something, you can go back and watch them over and over again. We have a live text chat so people can ask questions during the class. Now, this past Saturday when we had Dr. David Imhotep on, people were so busy taking notes. I mean, we only got like 1 or 2 questions. I thought we'd get a lot of questions. We only got like 1 or 2 questions. Okay. People were so busy taking notes. But register for the online course. Okay. And then lastly, I'll see you all in Atlanta. Those who've been in Atlanta for the Juneteenth festival, June 19th through 20th, June 18th through the 20th. They just sent me a text message also. Saturday, Saturday I'll be speaking 3 p.m. at the amphitheater. Sunday 1:30 p.m. At the amphitheater I'll be speaking. Okay, so and I'll have a vendor booth all 3 days. And I'll be trying to upload some videos, post some videos while I'm there as well. I'm going to try to do some interviews also. Visit JuneteenthATL.com for more information. JuneteenthATL.com, Atlanta Parade and Music Festival. Okay. At Centennial Olympic Park, free and open to the public. Parade starts Saturday, 10 a.m. Okay. And Friday, festivities start at 2 p.m. Arrested Development is performing this year. I think Angie Stone's performing as well. They'll have vendors. They'll have the parade. They have all different types of things going on there. Okay, so it's fantastic. You can support the African History Network, $ the AHN Show through Cash App, $ the AHN Show through Cash App. Also PayPal, paypal.me/the AHN Show. This helps us keep broadcasting 6 days a week. This helped me get to and from Atlanta also. All right, we have to get out of here. Remember, at the African History Network, we focus on educating, empowering, and inspiring people of African descent throughout the diaspora and around the world, because right now it corrects wrong behavior. It's not over till we win. Wakanda forever. And thanks for tuning in today. And we'll see you in Atlanta. And we'll be back. We're here Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. to Monday through Friday, 11 p.m. to midnight. 11 p.m. to midnight, Monday through Friday. And Sundays, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Okay. Saturday's the only day I don't do radio, but I teach the online course on Saturday. All right. Remember, right now it's correct. Wrong behavior is not over till we win. Wakanda forever. And we'll talk to you tomorrow. Peace.